guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, hit that button, and if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. So everybody has heard the news about Beyonce releasing a country album. A lot of people are really excited about it, and some people are not. I talked about it briefly a few days ago where I was discussing the fact that people are trying to pit K. Michelle and Beyonce against each other as if there's not space for the both of them in the genre. But there's a lot of people that are not happy about Beyonce releasing a country album, and a lot of those people, they like to watch news shows like Newsmax or news channels like Newsmax, OAN, maybe Fox News, but a lot of people are not happy about it. And I want to share a clip from this video. This is from Indisputable with Dr. Rashad, I think his name is, but he played a clip from a news show where this guy who used to be a Dukes of Hazzard actor was discussing with this quote-unquote news anchor about Beyonce's country album, and a lot of people were pissed about it. But before I get into the clip, I wanted to talk about something briefly, and this is just a question, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Before Beyonce announced that she was releasing a country album, she came out with the platinum blonde hair. Now, we've known Beyonce to wear the blonde or a mix of blonde hair via either extensions or full-on wigs for many years now. It's been a long time for most people since they've seen her with the dark color hair or even just wearing her own natural hair out. And I get it. Being a performer, you have to do what you have to do when you have hair that's more fragile to protect it. So you're wearing protective styles. You're wearing hair to protect your own hair to prevent damage. So I'm not here hating on that. You have to be really, really careful when it comes to your own natural hair. But overall, platinum blonde is not something that we've seen Beyonce in before. And for a lot of people, it was a bit shocking. Some people loved it immediately. And, those who are in that beehive, they're going to love whatever she puts out, whatever she showcases. It's always going to be perfection. But for a lot of people, it was a bit shocking. So now knowing that she's releasing a country album and the platinum blonde hair is something that she is doing in conjunction with that, do some people feel that she's doing that to maybe feel or hopefully become more accepted in that genre? She can do whatever she wants to do. Heck, if Lil Nas could come out straight out the gate and his stuff, I guess, was labeled as country in a way, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't into that music when he did it. And that was some years ago. But I'm just saying, I believe that it was listed as country originally. Maybe a lot of people didn't care for it as being country and labeled that way, but I believe, they were playing it on the country radio stations eventually, and even Billy Ray Cyrus, he jumped on it with him when he was performing live for some award show, I think. But with that being said, do you feel that Beyonce came out with the platinum blonde to be deemed as more acceptable in the country music genre? I don't know, because we know that she definitely has much lighter skin than K. Michelle does, and some had even accused her of bleaching over the years. I've seen a lot of different articles and blogs over the years that people said that she was bleaching. I don't necessarily believe that, and just being an esthetician myself, not saying it's impossible, because there's so many different, especially when you're doing it professionally, methods of lightening and brightening the skin overall, that it could be a thing. But I just don't know that was the case for her. But it could be. I just don't know. So I'm not going to say that she was doing that, but she's definitely been accused of doing that. But if you couple the bleaching rumors with now the very bleached platinum blonde hair, do you believe that this platinum blonde hair is something that she is rocking to be deemed as more acceptable in the country music genre? I don't know, but I'm asking the question, what do you think about that? What do you feel? Do you feel that that's something that she felt like she had to do in order to become more accepted in the country music genre? Because look at what's going on right now. A lot of the country radio stations did not want to play her music, and they said that she's not country. She's not country, and some people say even the music isn't country. I've seen a lot of different comments from people that said, listen, I love Beyonce, but this doesn't sound like country to me. It sounds like what she would normally do, but maybe just a little bit different. And then some people say, actually, the music sounds country, but Beyonce doesn't. So I don't know. Everybody's got their own take on it. And just because people have their own takes on it when it comes to that, it doesn't make them a hater. But you are always going to have some people that feel like it is. You need to just stop hating. You're jealous. It's nothing like that. It's just asking questions or just sharing your personal opinion. So with that being said, I want to play this clip from this interview, if you want to call it that, about Beyonce and what this guy had to say about her.
Guaranteed is going to do very well. Well, there are some people really upset about this. Here it is.
The lefties in the entertainment industry just won't leave any area alone, right? They just have to seize control over every aspect, don't they?
They've got to make their mark, just like a dog in a dog walk park. You know, every dog has to mark every tree, right? So that's what's going on here. Shania and the other folks you talked about, what they did is they were in country music and they went out. And that's one thing. But people coming into country music have because I know a little something about country music.
Well, you heard what he said, which is honestly pretty disgusting. I'm going to put the full video link in the description box if you want to hear what Dr. Richard Richard had to say about what that guy had to say. But I mean, him pretty much the stupid news anchor, if you want to call her that, that's talking about the lefties. They can't leave anything alone. What the F does that mean? People can do whatever they want to do. First of all, this is America, and I don't care if a rapper, a hardcore rapper wanted to come out and say, you know what, I want to do a country album. They could. Because to be honest with you, there are a lot of people that get into the, if you want to call it rap music genre that really has no business rapping. I believe that's one of the reasons why rap has gotten to the place that it is in today, that I do not listen to. I don't listen to any of it that's out right now. My personal opinion is I just don't like any of it. That's my personal opinion. But you would have so many people that would come out and do rap. You would have people doing, if you want to call it that, rap on television commercials about a product that's being sold or whatever. It isn't something that is respected. But how dare this black woman come into country? It's okay as somebody who's in country, like he said, it was different when Shania and others who were in country decided to leave it. But don't you dare come into it. Like, who do you think you are? But again, going back to Beyonce and the blonde tresses, platinum blonde more so, do you feel that is something that she was doing in terms of the look to be deemed as more accepted into this genre because she already kind of knew how it was? Because she's performed at one of those country music award shows at least twice, if not, definitely once, if not twice. I don't know which one because there's a couple of them. But at any rate, maybe she felt the room. Maybe she felt the tension in the place to know that this is something that I'm going to have to be a bit more careful about. And it's something that she may have always wanted to do, never felt comfortable or ready to do it. And now she's dealing with that. And I know how she feels, being that I feel like she's my Virgo little sister. I'm not in the beehive, but I definitely relate on the level of being a Virgo. A lot of us deal with that timidness and that shyness and the wanting to please other people, and it's very, even as famous as she is, it's something that never goes away. You may choose to ignore it or override it, but it's always there. So one of the reasons why I wanted to even speak about that is because I do feel, my personal opinion, and also just being a Virgo, I know how it is when we're just always trying to make sure that others are happy and not wanting to offend anyone. It's a Virgo thing for the most part. Now, there are some exceptions. Not everybody's the same, but we're always just trying to think of other people. And that can be sometimes to our detriment, but it's just a real thing that does exist. And I believe, my personal opinion is that she did go there with the hair, with the platinum blonde, to try to be deemed as more acceptable in the sight of those who are trying to gatekeep and safeguard this genre that she may have always wanted to break into. I'm not calling Houston, Texas, so-called country in terms of country music, but she's a Southern girl, and she said it. She's called herself a country girl before too. So this may be something that she's always wanted to do, but because it wasn't something that was really accepted, and being as young as she was getting into the industry, she may have felt forced and more so pushed into the R&B field. So I don't have a problem with her doing country music, especially feeling in my heart of hearts that this is something that she probably always wanted to do, and she's just trying to do this in this place that she's in now. And honestly, it probably, in my opinion, would have been even more powerful for her to break into the genre rocking her natural hair. Because now she has a hair product line that's coming out. And I'm assuming it's for natural hair, not for wigs and weaves. So honestly, this probably would have been the perfect time for her to break out the natural tresses and just rock her natural hair versus wearing a platinum blonde lace front wig. Just my thoughts, my personal opinion, guys. But let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section. Thanks so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.
Inside the situation, wonder if we maybe were mistaken. Don't wanna talk, don't wanna see, don't wanna feel it.